There is a window of time in your child's life so short, so specific, and so powerful that neuroscientists have given it a name. Not a phase, not a stage, a window. And most parents live through it without ever knowing it's open. Think about the last time you held your baby and wondered if you were doing enough, if the right toys were in the basket, if the music you played in the background was the right kind, if the books you chose before bedtime were making a difference. That quiet worry, that wanting to give them the best possible start, is one of the most universal feelings in parenthood, and it means you are already paying attention in a way that matters. But here is what almost no one tells you at the baby shower, at the pediatrician's office, or in any of the parenting books stacked on your nightstand. The most important period of brain development your child will ever experience is already happening, right now, in the ordinary, unhurried moments of your everyday life together. Researchers call it the first 1,000 days. It begins at conception and ends around your child's second birthday. And what happens inside your baby's brain during this window doesn't just shape who they become as a toddler, it lays the foundation for how they will think, feel, connect, and learn for the rest of their life. In the next few minutes, you are going to understand exactly what is happening inside your baby's brain right now, why the everyday moments most parents overlook are the ones that matter most, and 3 simple things you can do starting today that will make a real difference. No program, no purchase, and no perfect parenting required. In the first 1,000 days of life, your baby's brain builds itself at a speed it will never reach again. At birth, your baby has roughly 100 billion neurons, nearly every brain cell they will ever have. But those neurons are not yet connected. They're waiting. And in the months that follow, connections between those neurons, called synapses, form at a rate of up to 1 million per second. 1 million per second. The Center on the Developing Child at Harvard University has spent decades studying exactly what drives this extraordinary process, and what they found changes the way you see every single ordinary moment with your baby. It is not the toys, it is not the programs, it is you. Specifically, it is the quality of the environment you create around your baby, the safety, the warmth, the predictability of your presence that determines how well those million-per-second connections are built, strengthened, and kept. Imagine a baby girl about 4 months old, lying on a soft blanket in the living room. Her mother is folding laundry nearby, humming quietly. The baby turns her head toward the sound, and for just a moment, her eyes find her mother's face. The mother looks up, smiles, and says softly, "Oh, there you are." The baby's whole body responds. Her arms move, her face opens up like a flower. A connection fires, then another, then 100 more. That moment cost nothing. It took less than 5 seconds, and it was, from a neuroscience standpoint, exactly what a developing brain needs most. Now here is what the research says about stress, and this is the part no one wants to talk about, but every parent needs to hear. A landmark study published in the journal Science found that chronic, unpredictable stress in early childhood, what researchers call toxic stress, can actually disrupt the architecture of the developing brain. Not occasional stress, not the normal hard days every parent has. Toxic stress is the kind that is prolonged, severe, and happens without a caring adult to buffer it. The key phrase is this: without a caring adult to buffer it. Because here is what the same research confirms. When a loving, responsive caregiver is present, even imperfectly, even on a hard day, they act as a biological shield between their baby and the damaging effects of stress. Your calm presence, your warm response, your simple act of showing up and answering your baby's signals is not just emotionally comforting, it is neurologically protective. Think about that for a moment. Not because you need to carry the weight of it, but because you need to understand the power of what you are already doing. On the days when you feel like you're not doing enough, the very fact that you are there, present, and responsive is doing more for your baby's brain than you will ever be able to see. So what does this actually look like in real life? Not in a lab, not in a parenting book, but in your home on a Tuesday morning when the coffee is cold and the laundry is unfolded and your baby is reaching for your face from the bouncer on the kitchen floor. Here are 3 things you can start today. No equipment, no schedule, no perfect conditions required. Step 1. Follow their eyes. Whatever your baby is looking at, look at it too. Then name it. That's it. When your baby's gaze drifts to the window, you say, "You see the light coming through? That's the sun, baby." When they stare at the ceiling fan, you say, "It's spinning, isn't it? Round and round." This simple act, called joint attention by researchers, is one of the earliest and most powerful builders of language, cognitive development, and emotional connection. You are not just narrating the world, you are telling your baby's brain what you notice matters, what you're curious about matters. You matter. Step 2. Let the silence breathe. After you respond to your baby, pause. Wait. Let them send the next signal. Most parents, especially in those early months, feel the urge to fill every quiet moment, but the pause is where learning happens. It is in that small space between your response and their next reach or sound or glance that your baby's brain is doing some of its most important work. You don't need to perform, you just need to be present and patient enough to let them lead. Step 3. Bring calm into the hard moments. When your baby is upset, really upset, your nervous system is the most powerful tool in the room. Research from the field of interpersonal neurobiology shows that a caregiver's regulated, calm state is literally contagious to an infant. You don't need to fix the crying immediately. You need to stay calm inside it. Hold them. Breathe slowly. Speak in a low, steady voice. "I'm here. I've got you. You're safe." Your baby's brain is learning in those hard moments whether the world is a place that responds when things go wrong. Every time you show up calmly in the chaos, you are writing yes into their nervous system. Now here's the thing about all 3 of these steps. They're free. They take minutes, not hours, and no app, no flashcard, no developmental toy, however beautifully designed and however confidently marketed, can do what they do. Because none of those things can read your baby's face. None of them can feel the shift in the room and soften their voice in response. None of them can be a nervous system that a baby's nervous system learns to trust. The most sophisticated brain development tool ever created is already in the room. It is you. Before you close this video and go back to your day, I want you to hear something that is true and that you probably don't hear often enough. You are not behind. Your baby is not missing out. And the fact that you just spent 10 minutes learning about the science of your child's brain, on top of everything else you're carrying, says something quietly remarkable about the kind of parent you are. The first 1,000 days are not a test you can fail. They are an invitation, a window that is open right now, filled with ordinary moments that are far more powerful than they look. A glance across the room, a calm voice in a hard moment, a pause that says, "I am here and I am listening." That's what your baby's brain is built from. Not the perfect toy, not the right program, not the parent who never gets it wrong, the parent who shows up again and again and again. If there is one thing to carry with you from today, let it be this. The most important thing happening in your baby's brain right now is being shaped by the most ordinary moments of your life together, and you are already in the middle of it. If this gave you something new, a way of seeing your baby, a moment of relief, a quiet sense of, "Yes, I can do this," consider subscribing to this channel. Every week, we release new science-backed videos about the hidden world inside your baby's mind and the everyday moments that are shaping them in ways most parents never get to hear about. A quick like helps other parents find these videos too. You are doing more than you know, in more ways than you can see. The window is open. You are already in it.